Please subscribe to our channel, and for latest update, click on the bell icon.
Now let us look at being greedy, not being happy with yourself, wanting more, looking what others have. I don't have this, so I need that. I want to be first all the time, and mommy must say all the time I'm good, teacher must say I'm good, or you're not happy. All the time, wanting to be the person better than, or getting more than what you need. So that's what we're going to look at. I must not be greedy. Being satisfied is very, very important. I must be happy and satisfied with what I have. And that's what will go a long way to make you happy. And that's what we're going to look at. And what is that? I must not be greedy. I must not be greedy. Wanting more. And if you don't get more, what do you say? Oh no. So I draw a grumpy face here. Why? Because you're not happy now with whatever you have. Huh? You are not happy. What we are trying to learn here is, I must learn to be happy with what I have. Be happy. You can't have everything in life. So don't look at your friends, don't look at your neighbors, don't look at your brother or sister, say, oh, she can do, he can do, but I can't do. No. So here we are trying to be satisfied, happy, calm with whatever you have. You may be having talents, you may be having abilities, what others don't have. Recognize that and be happy. Now I'll tell you a story about a poor farmer. He was a very happy farmer actually. This poor farmer, he bought a little goose. The goose grew big and she began to lay eggs. Then when he was collecting eggs at the farmyard, he realized this goose has laid a golden egg. He was shocked, he was surprised. It was not an ordinary egg, it was a golden egg. So he took the golden egg, he went to the market and he got lots of money. Day after day, the beautiful little goose laid one golden egg, and every day, selling the golden egg, the farmer began to become rich. Together with becoming rich with the money, he also became very greedy. He wanted to become rich fast. He had no patience to wait for one golden egg every day. He thought that there were lots of eggs inside the goose. The poor farmer thought like that. So what did he do? He and his wife decided, why wait for the whole day? We'll collect all the eggs and be rich fast. What happened to their greed? So the next day they got the little golden goose and he cut out the stomach to collect the eggs. What did he find inside? Nothing. And the goose died. And the farmer and his wife, they were very, very sad. What is the lesson we learn? You must be patient. Farmer should have been patient, collecting an egg every day, becoming rich day after day, slowly. But when you are greedy, when you want everything fast, a quick way of making money, fast way of becoming rich, this is what will happen. You will be too sad, you will be too sorry. And that's what we are thinking about now. You and I, little boy and girl, what must we do? I must not be greedy. I must not be greedy to get more than what I need. Okay? You are given little, be happy. I must not be greedy to get more than what I need. More than what I need. I must not be greedy to get more than what I need. Now, you are a little girl and a boy. What do you have? Mommy buys you toys, books, sweets, etc. You are given toys for you, sweets for you, then shoes for you, sweets for you, what else? Breast. Whatever you get, you must say, I am happy. Be happy with what you get. No, I want more toys. I want more books. I want more sweets. I want more dresses. And if you go on not being happy with what you have, you end up being greedy. Then you end up being like the poor farmer who was finally sad. So I must not be greedy. I must be satisfied. I must be happy with what I have, with what I get. Now sometimes you like certain food and you want to eat a lot. What will become of you? You will get sick. So I must not be greedy to eat too much and get sick. I must not be greedy to eat too much. I must not be greedy to eat too much of the food I like and get sick. When you eat too much, you will get sick. Mummy says, you like this food, but this is sufficient for you. This is enough for your stomach. You are a tiny girl. No, no, no. I want more. And then you end up eating too much, end up being sick, and then you end up being sad. I must not be greedy, so I should not eat too much of the food I like and get sick. I must not be greedy to get more than what I want. Always we must keep to the limit. Not want more, get more all the time. I must not be greedy to earn too much to make me sick. You want to get more and more. So I must not be greedy to make, like the farmer did, to make more money. I must not be too greedy. I must not be greedy to make more money to end up making me unhappy. Okay? I must not be greedy to make more money to end up making myself unhappy. Must have only sufficient. Then I must not be greedy to get what others have. My friend has this, my friend has that. Then you tell Mama, I want this and I want that. You are all the time thinking, wanting what you don't have, and you know Mommy can't give you. So I must not be greedy to get all what others have. I must not be greedy to get all what others have. Your other friends have this and that, and you want everything. After getting that, you want something else. So all the time, there is a need in you to want more, to get more, never satisfied. So what are we cultivating? We are trying to cultivate what? Satisfaction. Be satisfied with what you have. Be happy with what you have. Don't think of more and more and more. And like the farmer, thinking of getting, he ends up being sad and unhappy. And that's what will happen to us. So I must not be greedy to get all what others' friends have, the toys and all kinds of things. Because every time you look at that, then tomorrow you look at somebody else and you will end up being very unsatisfied and unhappy. I must not be greedy to win a prize in a naughty manner, crooked manner. You are winning something. You want to win a prize. Win it properly. But you must not win in a bad way, wrong way, crooked way that will make you end up unhappy. I must not be greedy to win a prize in a crooked way. What's the meaning of crooked? Naughty way, bad way, okay? So, you will win a prize, but are you going to be happy? Never. You will not be happy. You will be troubled in your mind. So, never get something, win something in a wrong manner, in a crooked manner by cheating, but be straight and be happy. I must not be greedy to get wealth by cheating the poor people. Wealth means money. I must not be greedy to get more money by cheating poor people. That will again end you up in a very sad situation. You may not do it one day, 2 days. After some time, you realize you are not happy by getting from the poor. So, I must not be greedy to get. I must not be greedy to get rich by cheating. The poor. By cheating the poor, you will make a lot of money, but eventually you will be very sad. You will end up being very sad and unhappy. So, what you take from others may not remain with you. So, I must not be greedy to get more than what I want, more than what I need. Maybe toys, shoes, sweets, books, whatever. Be satisfied with what you have in your house, what the parents can give you. I must not be greedy to eat too much of the food or sweets, what I like, and end up making myself sick. I must not be too greedy to get more money to end up being unhappy. Making more money, finally you'll become sick and unhappy. I must not be greedy to get all what others have. All what my friends, I want this and I want that all the time. The learning to be wanting, that is not a good habit. That will not satisfy you, make you happy for a long time. I must not be greedy to win a prize in a crooked way, in an unnatural way. You should be straight, win and be happy. But when you win in a crooked manner, you will never be happy, you won't sleep. I must not be greedy to get rich by cheating poor people, by not giving correct to the poor, but keeping more for yourself, and that will go a long way to make you a very unhappy person. I must not be greedy to come to power and not be helpful. I must come to power, but I don't want to help others. So, you shouldn't end up like that. Now, I must not be greedy to come to power, and not be helpful, and not be helpful. full. So I come to Pa and then I don't help. You're not going to be happy. So I must not be greedy to come to Pa. I must become the leader. I must become this and that. But then you won't help others. That's not going to make you a happy person. I must not be greedy to keep all to myself and not share. If you have 3 children in the house or 2, mommy buys you toys and things, you say, no, all for me, being selfish. So I must not be greedy to keep all to myself and not share. I must not be greedy to keep everything to myself. Everything to myself and not share. And not share. What are we trying to learn from all this? To be a happy child, a satisfied child, a sharing, caring person. If you are greedy, then you are not a person who shares, you won't be helpful, you won't be loving, your thoughts will be different. I. Always the donkey first. I want to be this and I want to be that. I want to get the pie, I want to get the prize, I want more food, more toys. So you end up being a very selfish child and nobody will like you. And so we are learning here to be a sharing child, caring child, happy child, a satisfied child with whatever you have, wherever you are, whatever situation. So I must not be greedy to get more than what I need. I must practice satisfaction in what I have and I get. I must not be greedy to eat too much of the food what I like and go and end up making myself sick. I must not be greedy to make more money, make fast more money and make myself an unhappy person. I must not be greedy to get all what others have. That friend, this friend, that neighbor, give me that, mama get me that. Then you will never be happy, you always be wanting some more. I must not be greedy to win a prize in crooked manner. After getting it, you will not be happy in your mind. I must not be greedy to get rich by cheating others. Okay, especially cheating the poor. Not giving the poor, but keeping the money to yourself is going to end you up being an unhappy person. I must not be greedy to come to power fast and not be helpful. I'm in power now, so let anybody do what they want, I will not help. So that's not a good habit at all. I must not be greedy to everything to myself and not share. No, I want everything for myself. My toys, my book, I won't give my sister, I won't share with my brother, I won't share with my cousins, I won't share with my neighbors. Finally, you become a very unhappy child. Now, let's look at all the sounds that has come up here. I, E sound, sound, B and G sound. Here you get T sound, G, T sound, W sound, I, T, B, S. Then you get T, E, T, O sound, T, I, L, G, S. Then you get T sound, sound again, T, E, A sound, and again you have A sound. You get T sound, G sound, A. Then you get W sound, O, and H sound. You get T, W, A. P sound, E, A, K, and W. Then you get T, g, b sound, k sound, t, and p sound. You got t sound, k, t, p, a, n, b, and ha sound. And finally you have t, k, a, t, n, a, n, and sh sound. Let's read together. I must not be greedy. What is the face you have here? Grumpy face. Why? If you are greedy, you will end up being a very unhappy person. I must not be greedy to get more than what I need. I must be a good child. I must be happy with the toys, the books, the sweets, the shoes, dress, what I have. And I must not be wanting more than what I need. I must not be greedy to eat too much of the favorite food I like and end up being sick. I must not be greedy to make more money quickly and end up being a happy person. I must not be greedy to get all what other friends have. I must not be greedy to win a prize in a crooked manner and end up being a happy and unhappy child. I must not be greedy to get rich by cheating the poor people. I must not be greedy to come to power and not help anybody. I must not be greedy to keep everything to myself and not share. I must learn to be a happy child with whatever I have. And that's what we are talking about. So, I must not be greedy. The idea of wanting more, getting more. So, I must not be greedy, not to share the toys that I have with my friends, brothers, sisters. Okay? So, I must not be greedy, not to share my toys. Supposed to share your toys with who? Toys. I must not be greedy, not to share my toys with, let's say, brothers, sisters, friends, whatever you have when you come together to play, maybe the neighbors, your brother or sister, your cousin, you must be able to, playing with the toy will not get over. That is sharing. So, I must not be greedy, not to share my toys with brothers, friends, neighbors. Sharing is a good habit. Sharing a toy, you are not going to lose your toy, but you are going to give lot of joy to yourself, your brother and sister, your neighbor, friends. Okay? So, what are you trying to do? To keep yourself happy and satisfied. So, I must not be greedy, not to share my toys with my brother, my sister, my friends, neighbor. Then, I must not be greedy, not to share my time and talents with my friends at school. So, I must not be greedy, not to share, my time, talents and abilities, my time and talents. I must not be greedy, not to share my time and my talents with who? With my friends or with my friends. Okay? So, I must not be greedy, not to share my time, my talents, my abilities. Only when you share your talent, when you share your time, your abilities with your friends, then you begin to be a happier person. Sharing, quality of sharing. But being greedy, end up yourself being an unhappy child. Now, I must not be greedy to keep all the ideas to myself. Here is you're doing a project and you should not keep your ideas to yourself. I must not be greedy to keep all the ideas to myself. When you share your ideas, more ideas will prop up in your mind. So I must not be greedy to keep the ideas to myself. When you begin to be selfish, your brain will not work beyond that. So I must not be greedy, not to share my toys with my brother, sister, neighbors, cousins. I must not be greedy to share my time and talents with my classmates at home, at school. I must not be greedy to keep all the ideas to myself. I must not be greedy to get the first rank all the time. You mustn't say to I must be first all the time. I must be selfish. I must. No. Here, you must not. I must not be greedy to get the first rank. I must not be greedy to get the first rank all the time. What will happen to you? You are trying your best to become the first all the time, will end up making you very tired and sick. Because you are not willing to share. You are not willing to listen to your friend, get more ideas, more. No. Here you are working yourself up to keep to the first all the time, and one day you will come crashing down and you won't be happy. So I must not be greedy to get the first place, the first rank all the time. At least sometime you can give up the joy to somebody else also. I must not be greedy to win the first place in the games field. That's the sign of good character. They say at the games field, when you play a fair, happy game, that shows what kind of a child you are. So, I must not be greedy to win the first place. First place. I must not be greedy to win the first place all the time in the games field. The games field. Sometimes you can give in. What is there? To get joy, a little bit of joy. Through all these points, we are trying to tell ourselves, let us not be greedy. What's the meaning? Let us not be selfish. Let's have a sharing, happy, loving attitude. Now, I must not be greedy to want the appreciation of all the time. Who are the all? Appreciation at home, by the elders, teachers, I must get. Then you will become too proud, then you will come unhappy, crashing down. Now, I must not be greedy to want the love and appreciation I must not be greedy to want the love and appreciation of all the time. You can get some time, but all the time it's very, very difficult, and you have to work hard and you'll be too tired. I must not be greedy to want. Mommy must love me, daddy must love me, not my brother, not my sister, school. Teacher must only like me, teacher must appreciate me all the time. And that, if you're looking for that, you'll end up being a very tired, exhausted, and happy child. So, what are we learning from all this? We are learning to be a sharing child, a satisfied child, a happy and calm child. So, to do all that, to be that lovely child, lovely person, you got to avoid all this. So, I must not be greedy, not to share my toys with my brother, sister, neighbors, cousins. I must not be greedy to share my time. You must be willing to share your time and your talents at school with friends. I must not be greedy to keep all the ideas to myself. Only when you share ideas, more ideas crop up. I must not be greedy to get the first rank all the time in the class. Be working. Finally, you will become sick and tired. I must not be greedy to win the first place in the games field. Sometimes give in, that will make you happy. I must not be greedy to want the love and appreciation of all the elders at home, at school, all the time. When you want that, you will be looking only for that. You will become tired and unhappy person. Now let's look at the sounds that are come up in these sentences. First, you have your n sound, t, sh, m, t, wa, b, s, and you have n sound, t sound, sh, m, t again, a, t, wa, and sound. Then you have t sound, k sound, a, t, I, t, m, t, g, t, r, a, t, again, t, w, t, p, I, t, g, and f. You have t, w, t, l, a, and o, a, t again. Let's look at it all the time. What are we trying to do? We're trying to be a loving, sharing, calm, happy child. To be that, you'll avoid all this. What is it? I must not be greedy to share my toys with my cousins, my neighbors, my sisters and brothers. I must not be greedy to share my time and talents with my friends at school. I must not be greedy to keep all the ideas to myself. I must not be greedy to get the first rank all the time. I must not be greedy to win the first place in the games field. I must not be greedy to want love and appreciation of parents and teachers all the time. And when you're working towards all this, you become tired and not happy. So let's avoid all this and be a happy, satisfied person.